Hi everybody, today we are going to be drawing and shading a nose. So let's go ahead and get started here. I am going to start with, I usually refer to these as shapes here, so a wide U or like an upside down hill with two slanted ovals right at the edge of that U shape. You want to try to keep those equal. And now underneath my ovals, I'm going to create what I call a hockey stick. So I want you being mindful of how much space I'm leaving underneath my ovals to my hockey sticks. So we're going to draw that in, and then I'm going to draw a wider U shape here in the middle. Again, being mindful how much space I'm leaving between my hockey sticks and that wide U shape. This top little line here is the top of the nose bone, and I'm going to draw the sides of the nose bone here. Most of the lines I'm drawing, though, we're going to turn into shaded areas because you don't see a lot of lines on the nose, but we need them to indicate where to shade. So I'm going to start shading underneath my wide U shape here, and I'm going to leave a little highlight right above my nostril area. That is the illusion to make that look like it's protruding outward. The trick to shading the nose is to be gradual and to really work on erasing the line work and turning it into shaded areas. We are trying to make that nose look like it's protruding out. Every nose is shaped a little different, so all these little areas I just showed you, you want to look at the nose and see how the nostrils are shaped, and look at how wide the nose is, so every nose will be unique. I am shading around my nostril area here. You can see I left the edge of the nostril highlighted, but right now I'm shading right around the nostril area, and I'm starting to shade and define the nose bone. I'm using my finger to blend that out to make it look more natural. So what we do is we blend out, and then we shade on top, and then we blend out again, and we'll shade on top. So you kind of have to go back and forth to get that gradual and slow changing and natural. So you can see after I shaded it, I'm going back in and fixing that up a little bit. Again, rule of thumb when we do portrait work, any area that pops out will be your highlighted area. So you can see I'm not doing much shading on top of my nose. The area that recedes into the skull or kind of recedes inward, that's the area that we really want to focus in on shading. Depending on how the light is hitting a face is how strong of a shadow you're going to get around the nose. So sometimes also if the light's coming from the side, it won't be shaded exactly like this. But if you're getting the light source right on top, like straight at the face, you'll see both sides of the nose shaded here. And depending on how dark or how bright that light is how much shading you'll do. Keep building into your value work, shading around the nostril area. You can see there is a little crease below the nose area that you also want to shade. Now I'm using my eraser to kind of pick up some of the areas I shaded on top of to create a strong highlight on top of the nose. There's also some areas on the nostrils that kind of protrude out you want to highlight. But notice you don't see a lot of definitive lines here. It's a lot of shading work. Now what I'm going to do is, that's where the socket area is going to be at. So I'm just kind of notating that. And this is a nose demo. I'm going to work on defining that bone area again so it doesn't look too faded. So I'm just kind of going in and darkening up my values to really define the nose bone there. And this really is going to wrap up the nose demo. What I recommend you do is practice and just go slow, take it one step at a time, and pause this video if you need to kind of re-watch a step or what have you. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.